So we have 4 sannyasis in one house. Where do you get that nowadays? Oh, 4 sannyasis. Five is Tyagi Maharaj. Om Jnanatimanandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshun Vidam Jane Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupakalamayam Adati Swapadantikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Guru Bhaktavinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Guru Bhaktavinda. You have to look. I think it's good. It's okay. No, I don't know. Yeah, we press the button. No. Now it's fine. Yeah. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivanadari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivanadari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivanadari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivanadari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Raghunath Goswami Bhajan Kuti. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela chapter 6 mentions that when Chankarananda Saraswati returned from Vrindavan, he had presented Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a Govardhana Shila and also a Gunjamala, a garland made of Gunja beads. Upon receiving these two uncommon items, Mahaprabhu was extremely happy. While chanting, he would put the garland around his neck. The Lord would put the Shila onto his heart or sometimes to his eyes. Sometimes he would smell it with his nose, sometimes place it on his head. The Govardhan Shila was always moist with tears from his eyes. Mahaprabhu would say, this Shila is directly the body of Lord Krishna. For 3 years I kept the Shila in garland. Then, greatly satisfied by the behavior of Srila Raghunath Goswami, the Lord delivered both of them to him. Mahaprabhu instructed Raghunath Das, this Shila is a transcendental form of Lord Krishna. Worship this Shila with great eagerness. Worship the stone in a mood of goodness, like a perfect Brahmin. For by such worship, you will surely attain ecstatic love of Krishna without delay. For such worship, one needs water and a few tulasi manjaris. With faith and love, you should offer 8 soft tulasi manjaris, each with 2 tulasi leaves, one on each side of each manjari. After thus advising him how to worship, Mahaprabhu personally offered Raghunath Das Goswami the Govardhan Shila with his transcendental hands. As advised by the Lord, Raghunath Das worshipped the Shila in great transcendental jubilation. Swami Damodar gave Raghunath Das 2 cloths, each every 6 inches long, a wooden platform, and a jug for keeping water. Thus, Raghunath Das Goswami began worshipping the Govardhan Shila. As he worshipped, he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, directly in the Shila. Thinking of how he had received the Govardhan Shila directly from the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das was always overflooded with ecstatic love. The amount of transcendental bliss that Raghunath Das enjoyed simply by offering water and tulasi is impossible to achieve even if one worships the deity with 16 kinds of paraphernalia. When Raghunath Das received the Govardhan Shila and the Gunjamala from Mahaprabhu, he could understand the Lord's intention. Thus, he thought as follows: by offering me the Govardhan Shila, Mahaprabhu has offered me a place near Govardhan Hill, and by offering me the garden of Kunja Malai, he has offered me shelter at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Raghunath Das's transcendental bliss was boundless. Forgetting everything external, he served the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his body and mind. Raghunath Das spent more than 22 hours out of every 24 chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and remembering the lotus feet of the Lord. He ate and slept for less than an hour and a half, and on some days that also was impossible. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this world, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was very sad. He came to Raja with the idea that he would climb to the top of Govardhan Hill, throw himself down head first, and commit suicide. Of course, This is not the proper thing to do. Do you remember the pastimes when Sri Sanatana Goswami was thinking about committing suicide? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood and told Sanatan, you think your body belongs to you? It belongs to me. And I have a lot of service to be done through your body. Don't even think about taking your life. Very important instruction. Suicide is not only a most serious sin, but if you have taken Diksha, then you're destroying the property of your Guru. Hence it is Guru Aparat. You won't get any benefit, so don't do such a thing. Just chant Hare Krishna, be happy. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami came to Govardhan with such an idea, but the other Goswamis convinced him that it was a bad idea. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami stayed here in Vraja for more than 45 years. 45 years. And in that he also expanded the glory of Radhakunda by making the steps around it, which was later also continued by Lala Batu, most of which were spent right here on the banks of Shamkut. He was doing bhajan in a sacred place where we are today. Inside the bhajan kutir, we can see a very large painting of two of the pastimes that took place right here. We saw the same painting in a smaller size at Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi Mandir. In the painting, we can see at that time there was no kutira. Raghunath was sitting on the banks of Shamkunda doing the bhajan. When we look closely to the painting, we can see a tiger and tigress have come to drink water from the kunda. We can also see that Srila Sanatana Goswami has come from Manasuganga, is standing there observing the scene. We can see him in the painting looking down at Raghunath, who is immersed in his chanting, not paying any attention to the dangerous tiger and tigress who have come to drink water from the kunda near him. On the other side of the painting, we see Krishna standing guard and giving protection. When the tiger and the tigress left, Krishna smiled at Sanatana Goswami and then disappeared. Sanatana Goswami was the eldest of the Goswamis. He came and chastised Raghunath. You nonsense. What kind of bhajan are you doing? You're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Let me serve you. But you're not paying any attention. And the tiger and the tigress had come while you were chanting, and Krishna had to come himself to protect you. What kind of bhajan is this? Raghunath Das Goswami fell at the feet of Sanatana Goswami and pleaded, oh, in the future I'll be more careful. On another day, Raghunath Das Goswami was chanting during the summertime. During spring, we are very happy when the sun comes. After months, the heat will rise to 45-50 degrees and we will run out of the sunshine. That 112, 122 for your Fahrenheit palace. Raghunath Das Goswami was sitting in the hot sun chanting japa and not paying any attention. In India, they say that only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the noonday sun. Raghunath Das Goswami was chanting, and not paying attention to the heat. We see in the painting Srimati Radharani herself has come and holding her veil to shade Raghunath Das Goswami from the sun. Again, Sanatana Goswami came to see Raghunath, and what did he see? Radharani is holding her veil, shading Raghunath Das Goswami from the sun. But surely is all wet as she's perspiring in the burning hot sun. Radharani looked up and saw Sanatana Goswami standing there. She smiled at Sanatana Goswami and disappeared. Sanatana Goswami again chastised, you nonsense. What type of bhajan are you doing? You're chanting and asking Radha Krishna for service, but you're taking service from them. Don't you see that Radharani herself is coming in the scorching heat, holding her veil over your head to shade you? She was perspiring, so the ground is now wet. Look, the lotus footprints are here on the wet sand. Raghunath Das Goswami looked and saw Radharani's lotus footprint were there. With sand. Sanatana Goswami shine it in. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, you should do your bhajan in a bhajan kutia. This is how the bhajan kutia system was started from there. It was an original bhajan. This was the original bhajan kutia. Raghunath Goswami was only taking some buttermilk in a little leaf cup once a day. Rest of the day he was just chanting and chanting. Only 1 hour for sleeping. He had one Raja Devi, Rajavasi servant named Dasa, who was quite worried that Raghunath Das Goswami was drinking so little from the small leaf cup. One day his servant saw that the same leaf was there on Parikrama and Shakistan, but it was a big leaf. So he made a leaf cup from the big leaf and brought buttermilk for Raghunath Das Goswami in a big cup. Raghunath Das Goswami was looking at the big cup with a childlike curiosity. Just like one time in LA, we gave Prabhupada an umbrella where you push a button and it opens. When you push the top into the ground and it folds up again. Prabhupada was opening and closing it just like a little child. So with childlike curiosity, Raghunath Das Goswami asked, "Where did you get this cup?" Dasa replied, "Yesterday I was on Giriraj Parikrama and at Shakistali I saw the big leaf." Raghunath Das Goswami shouted, "Shakistali!" Angrily he threw the cup away. He vehemently protested, "That is the place of Chandavali. Don't you dare bring anything from Chandavali's place. Otherwise I'll fast completely and die." Raghunath Das Goswami was an Ananya Bhakta of Srimati Radharani. No one has written about Srimati Radharani as nicely and beautifully as Raghunath Das Goswami. Another time, Raghunath Das Goswami was sitting here doing his bhajan. He was going into the meditation in Goloka. The Goswamis came and saw he was very sick. They called one Vaidya, Ayurvedic doctor. The Vaidya felt the pulse, and said, "He has taken too many milk products." Everyone exclaimed, "No, he only drinks a little buttermilk." Raghunath Das Goswami put his head down. He explained, "Actually, in my meditation today, the Shakis had me make sweet rice for the divine couple. After feeding them, whatever was left over, they just kept feeding and feeding and feeding me. If you've been to an Indian house, they just keep feeding and feeding you." The pastime was in Raghunath Das Goswami's meditation. But somehow in a sadhaka there, the symptoms came. This is Raghunath Das Goswami. One time Raghunath Das Goswami was thinking that in the future so many people come to Radhakunda from Germany, Croatia, Serbia, Colombia, South Africa, Italy, France, USA, Russia, from all over the world. Yet there are no proper guards here. He was thinking, "I'll get some money, I'll make some proper guards to accommodate all the devotees." Previously, Raghunath Das Goswami had a lot of wealth, yet he had left everything behind. He had more wealth than Indra, the king of heaven, and he had a wife more beautiful than an Apsara. Raghunath Das Goswami left all that and came to Raja, just living very simply, depending on Krishna for everything. Raghunath thought, "Oh, you see, I'm thinking about money again." He became silent, doing his bhajan quietly. Meanwhile, a big businessman went from Bengal to Badrinath for giving a large donation there. When he got to Badrinath, Lord Badri Vishal informed him in a dream, "Don't give that donation here. Go to Vrindavan, find Radhakunda, give that money to Raghunath Das Goswami. He won't take it, but you tell him that the Lord knows his desire to fix up."
Lord knows.
Vikundas. With great difficulty, the businessman traveled to Radhakunda, and at that time, there was no Indian airline or large travel bus. He finally found Raghunath Das Goswami. Said, "I have a big donation to give to you." Raghunath Das Goswami said, "Please, go back from wherever you have come. I don't want to see your money." The man told him, the Lord knows you desire to fix up the kundas. Raghunath immediately replied, all right, give it here. Sometimes we are too anxious to collect donations, but we should understand donations must always be used for Krishna's seva only. Srila Prabhupada said that not a fasting should be wasted on sense gratification. When Raghunath Goswami understood that the Lord had accepted his desires, then he fixed up the kundas. All these pastimes happened at this very place. Ayushinivasa e nishchaya jana chitte dada kunda vasa danunata kripa aite. O Srinivas, in your heart, know this for certain that only by the grace of Srila Raghunath Goswami can one live at Radhakunda. Bhakti Ratnagar, 5th page, 582. Oh my God, I didn't understand. Then I trust my sleep. Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stavitam Jina Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Vedanta. When I listen to these beautiful pastimes, I just become overwhelmed by the thought that our Guru Deva Srila Prabhupada gave us Thakurjis everywhere, in every country. Many times Prabhupada cried when he installed deities. There are so many stories in this regard. And I heard it a few days ago. I heard one recording Prabhupada was crying at a deity installation. So that I am leaving you with the lectures. Things like that he was saying. So Prabhupada made that facility, created this, which is beyond imagination, that some divine deity statue of the Lord, like in the case of Raghunath Goswami, a little Govardhan Shila, only that big, and the Gunjamala became his greatest joy and inspiration. He did everything inspired in this way, and his whole spiritual life was marked by his deepest impression of divine service. So this deity worship is actually so significant, and it is sometimes very, very simple and sometimes very, very opulent. If you go to Krishna Balaram and you see how our dearest Mukunda is worshipping the deities and how our Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhu 40 years was doing the Seva to Radha Shamsunda, then you can only say, wow, where did that energy, where did that devotion came from? And of course, it became a spiritual revolution because Srila Prabhupada had us go to Noi Bazaar and start buying all the best things we can get for the deities. Beautiful crowns, like we were buying something yesterday, flutes, and the richer the temples were, they were buying golden flutes and golden articles, and but that's a separate issue. The main thing is that they were really, really trying to do the most beautiful for Krishna because they were feeling this strong that if I worship my Guru and my Guru gives me Thakurji to do seva, then this service is for me. Just like I'm serving already in the spiritual world. You see, The deity and the spiritual world, they are not different. The Lord descends from the spiritual world, and in his deity form, he manifests in the devotee's heart and occupies them. And sometimes the deity even talks to the devotee or does something indirect. The Lord makes himself available. But these are very confidential stories. Usually we don't tell such stories. But I remember the case of our Thakurji here. That was so beautiful, Radha Vrindavan Chandra. When we saw Radha Vrindavan Chandra in the temple, we felt, wow, how can we serve Radha Vrindavan Chandra in Vrindavan? These deities are like this size, and they were very much neglected by the previous administrators. So much, but we could see the beauty that was there. So, what was the plan? Yes, I had a little Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who's still in Vindakuja now, one this size. And when I was able to locate the building and everything, the papers for the Radhavindam Chandra Mandir, then I brought one great pujari, Bhakti Baban Vishnu Maharaj, who was a real expert. And he spent 1 week cleaning Radhavindam Chandra with lemon and everything. And then we started discovering that his eyes were silver. We were not able to see. Where is Radhavindam Chandra? Right in Sivakuja. The temple of Puri Maharaj. So he was cleaning and till he became more and more beautiful. And we were just stunned how Vishnu Maharaj came with so much love. I didn't ask him to do it. He just was feeling that inspiration because he was staying in Rupananda Vajam Ashram. And then a few days later, Vishnu Maharaj comes at night and he says, this deity should be worshipped by my Guru Deva. I was just going okay. And later Vishnu Maharaj told me that the people in his mission, they had rejected Radhavindra Chandra because they didn't want to take a temple from the hand of the Buddhas. They thought that was very inauspicious. So Krishna made all the arrangement. I took it from the hand of the Buddhas and then offered it to the great devotee Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj. So in this way, there are stories with deity worship which even us somehow are involved. Somehow are everything is mystical. Gurangarada Prajamohan, very mystical. Vansi Kunja, very mystical. But we are not devotees, so we cannot really give a full appreciation what the deities are meaning for the devotees. But tomorrow in Shiva Chaturdas is the day of the appearance of our main Ishtadev, Shri Guru Nanda Radha Prajeswara. And they are now in their permanent temple, which was made by the devotees with great efforts. Now the Guranga Radha Prajeswara, they were installed in 1983. Oh. 1983, they were installed. That is how many years?
45 years almost.
Huh?
25,
46.
36, 43 years.
43 years. 83. So they were installed then in the day when Raghunath went Radha Ramanji manifested himself at this service of Gopal Bhatta. That was very highly celebrated event when Radha Raman appears there. As a matter of fact, tomorrow morning we should go first to the Mangal Party in Radha Raman on that day of their appearance.
Tomorrow is their appearance or day after tomorrow? Purnima.
No, it must be Shiva Chaturdashi. It's Chaturdashi. So it's not
No, Chaturdashi, but in calendar it is mentioned that day after tomorrow is the appearance day of Radha.
no, but they appear Shiva Chaturdashi. And that's tomorrow. Isn't it? Check out the calendar. I'm pretty sure it is tomorrow.
Well, every year we celebrate on Shiva Chaturdashi, but this year I don't know how it is.
Yeah, Chaturdashi definitely is not Purnima. That's why it's called Chaturdashi.
I know, but it is written on the day of Purnima.
Those who can understand this miracles. You figure that out. Anyhow, so that special day, their Lordship appeared and gave their divine grace to all our Vaishnava community. They became the Vrinda Parivar Ishtadev and expanded from Colombia to all the cities of South America. In every city of South America, the deity was installed. Radha Raman, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govindaji, Radhika Gopinaji, Radha Damodar, Radha Shamsundar, Radhika, Radha Madhava, Radha Vinoda, and also Radha Dandavika Giridhari. So there are plenty of deities they expanded all from Radha Brajeswara. So for us, for me, this is a day where I really have to think about it so deeply how merciful Krishna is in the form of his deity form, and he allows us to serve him. I saw yesterday once when I was in Brazil, I wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. I said, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna, in the incarnation of Lord Rama, he came to Brazil. I heard you had mentioned that. Prabhupada said, yes, go and install Sita Ram Lakshmana in Brazil. Go to Mumbai and find out how the deities are worshipped and do it for me. So that was done. I went there. I went to India. I got to Sita Ram Lakshmana. I went to Mumbai. I studied how they do the worship. Then I took them to Brazil, and that's where they were installed in the temple of New Gokula, and they're being worshipped there ever since. So the deities are part of our life. That's why I want to say, in my way, I'm very lucky with Prabhupada told me. And they were not the main deities. The main deities were Radha Gokulananda, because we are worshipping Krishna and Vrindavan number one. But we are also worshipping Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman, because they're also part of the divine plan. And of course, we worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's always present there. Also in that temple in New Gokula, we installed Gonitai. And this is going on. It's going on, going on, going on. But one day maybe we may realize that Krishna and the deity are really not different. Then we can purify our heart completely. We prepare ourselves to go home back to God. Of course, one of the incarnations of Krishna is also in the very holy name. We read that this morning. That holy name is the some incarnation of Lord Krishna. Anyhow, who wants to say something, who wants to add something here, please, most welcome. Raghunath Das Goswami Ki Jai.
I just want to say a few things.
Yes.
By the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the ministers like Sakar Malik, Ravi Khas, Raghunath Das Goswami, they were having lots of wealth, and Mahaprabhu made them beggars. Practically, they were leading a life more simpler than beggars. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, I remember in my childhood, I could just see the aeroplane flying in the sky, and I never thought that I will be able to sit in the aeroplane. And in the railway station, I would see the AC coach. Never thought that I will be able to enter in any AC coach. Nowadays, I can travel throughout the world by aeroplane. He has made beggars to, I don't know what to say, although still I am a beggar. But the lifestyle which the Prabhupada gave is much more higher than the lifestyle which I was leading before I was connected to the Prabhupada. Just the causeless mercy of the Prabhupada. That's what I can say.
Deities worshipped by Raghunath Goswami there in Radha
Radha Gokulananda. That's why they say that this is his little Mahaprabhu's gift. Some other people say not, but we accept that. Yeah, Lokanath Goswami's place, that's where Raghunath Goswami's Mahaprabhu Gunjamala is.
Many deities are there.
Yes,
Among
Radha
them,
Gokulananda.
one of the beloved brother.
Narottam Das Thakur's Mahaprabhu is there.
There are many deities. Thank you so much.
Did you install deities in Andaman?
No, we have Nitai Gaur deity Bonita in the temple. They
You
are
worship them,
Yeah,
but they're installed.
yeah, they're never installed. I mean,
They were never installed.
no. They are doing the daily activities, Abhishek, Aarti,
When the deity is worshipped daily, it already get installed.
Yes. They have a plan to make a Pakka temple in future. Now it's in a very beautiful small structure, very nice, very beautiful deities.
So Krishna will still manifest as your special Ishta.
But they could raise funds from Andaman.
Yeah, there is actually, we everywhere I've seen we need devotees, then there is no shortage of funds. If we have good
Qualified
devotees,
devotees to collect.
qualified devotees, not to collect, to preach, then money comes automatically. We need not go after money. Money will come after us. Like you see here also, Raghunath Das Goswami was sitting, and this businessman came with money and said, "You take it." So I feel we need to become more sincere in our activities, preaching, give the message to people in more systematic way. This money is secondary actually.
Absolutely.
Yes. Only secondary, if we have a lot of nice devotees to preach and we are coordinating and what you say, do everything in a very systematic way, things will, by Krishna's mercy, by Radharani's mercy, everything is possible. You said how many temples? 12, 13 temples in South America?
More than that.
Colombia, Venezuela, Bogota, Chile,
We preached
Argentina,
all over.
Brazil, yes. Even in the Caribbean also?
Also in the jungles.
In the Caribbean, I'm asking.
In the Caribbean also.
Port of
Yes.
Spain, all those places.
No, of course, now there's preaching everywhere.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to Trinidad, I went to Puerto Rico, I went to Isla Cuba,
Cuba.
and to Santo Domingo. So I went to a few Caribbeans, but there's many more.
Ah.
I didn't go to every one of them. But preaching was going on everywhere. There's the guy who's responsible for the preaching in Panama. Without him, nothing happened in Panama.
You should wear a uttari like this.
Huh?
A white uttari like
Yeah, I should.
and also not this kind of kurta.
Yeah.
This is a Babaji.
No.
Sitting down.
Sit there. He's a B.R. Babaji. Have you heard about them?
No.
No. Beyond Rules Babaji.
Beyond rules, Babaji. No, you should wear sannyasi.
Yeah.
And also class suit. Not be fancy
The
clothes.
Babajis that know that I was made Babaji and not an elder, if they see me with this, hey, sure, look at you get that off. So then that's not confirming from Prabhupada's side. Yeah. So get the show together. Wait until there's somebody out there that wear a complete blue outfit of silk. I'm Balaram Thursday. That's a different story.
One white cloth should be from the neck and one white kurta.
Oh, yeah. I just came by because tomorrow I'm gonna do Shringa Sobhayatra morning time. Tomorrow's in Shringa Chaturdashi, right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna do it the Sobhayatra in the morning because I can't handle this heat. 5:30 I just start right here. What do you mean? You're gonna take the Shringa? Take the Shringa around Vrindavan? No, I just do Parikram.
From where? From this place to Radha Damodar, Radha Shamsundar, like that.
Oh, however they're doing Parikram now, I just follow everybody. Why there's tomorrow Parikrama going on? Should be some people. No, there's always somebody.
And you will go throughout the Parikrama.
Yeah. That's the easiest. We are having a program in Vindapur.
Yes, tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we won't be there. I didn't know about it. Yeah, it's alright. And then later in Salt. Oh, later it's Salt.
Tomorrow morning there is some program in Vindapur.
Yes. But see, second initiation of Siddhanta and first initiation of Vajra. Oh, that's nice. But then, in evening, every temple is involved in